Here we go. The Super Mario Galaxy movie may not have the tightest story, but man, this thing is just packed with fun. And as a Nintendo fan, I was smiling through most of it. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Troy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out a couple years ago by Illumination with Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Brie Larson, Jack Black. A great voice cast for this movie. And again, I just had a lot of fun with this. This is one of those movies where I walked out of thinking like, man, that was just a good time. And it's not perfect by any means. There's so much going on, but there's a lot to enjoy, especially if you're a Nintendo fan. It's definitely one of those films that center around having a good time and not just about getting lost in tight storytelling. Because this isn't meant to be groundbreaking. It definitely isn't. I think there's a lot that this movie struggles with in terms of the plot, but you're not going for the plot. You're going to be entertained to see the Nintendo lore, to see references and cameos, and the movie does deliver on a lot of those fronts. I think it is a worthy sequel. Even if it doesn't quite hit the highs of the first movie, it does really lean heavily into the fun and spectacle of this story. It doesn't hold back in the visuals. I think in a lot of ways, this might be even visually more appealing and visually more stunning than the first film was. I think this movie just shows how Illumination continues to push what they're capable of animation wise. It just doesn't feel like a huge step forward for them. I did think the first film looked really good, but I think, again, this thing looks just better in a lot of ways. And I was just really impressed with it, with the space sequences, again, just allowing it have the space to breathe and just really show you what they're capable of. And so really hats off to this team. They nailed this. The references and cameos are also really fun. It's packed with so many Easter eggs and callbacks, and there's just so much to love here. The music is really fun too. I loved it in the first film, and it's so good in this one as well. It's just really, really fun. The characters are a blast. Fox McCloud, I really wish they wouldn't have spoiled that. I'm still like confused as to why they revealed that a week ago that he was going to be in this movie, because he was the standout for me. He is so cool. He's such a cool dude. I loved him in the video games. I was over the moon when they announced that he was going to be in this movie and that Glenn Powell is voicing him. He did a phenomenal job. Just give me more of this character ASAP. I need a Fox McCloud movie. He was really great. And then Yoshi was the other standout for me too, voiced by Donald Glover. Just a really cool addition to this movie. Classic. He's a fan favorite, and he really does deliver in a lot of different ways in this movie. I think the two of them together, especially when they're together, is really a scene stealer. And so just really fun having them be at the forefront of this movie, and not just really like quick cameos. They do have relevance in the plot. They're really important to it. And so it's just really fun addition. They were great. There are things in this movie that just don't work, and the plot is a little all over the place. It does feel like you're jumping around from place to place very, very quickly. The pacing is very fast. The movie rushes a lot to get to those big visuals and cameos or references. And the plot does get messy, and it does feel like, okay, what's the entire objective here? The overarching plot, the main plot is simple. Princess Rosalie is kidnapped and they try to save her, right? That's it. And ultimately there are a lot of stops along the way that just felt unnecessary, and it just felt, again, just to deliver a pleasing moment, a crowd pleasing moment. And so did get a little confusing at times, and just you move really fast. But again, this is for kids, and I understand why they did it. It's about an hour and 40 minutes or so, but I think that really hurts the story. Whereas the first film felt more cohesive and just really better put together in a lot of different ways. So I think that hurts this in this regard. But again, there's just so much to love overall at being a Nintendo fan and loving this world that I think it just trumps a lot of those criticisms. But this movie isn't meant to be groundbreaking. Like I said earlier, it's meant to be colorful and fun and packed with things that fans love. And on that level, it does absolutely deliver. If you enjoyed the first movie, you will enjoy this movie. Not as much in my opinion. I think this film is a step below, but there's just so many good things for visual, the music, the characters, the world itself. There's a really fun, the end battle is really, really fun. There's some really cool, even the power-ups, the abilities, and seeing those come to life on screen is just really fun. And adding in the video game sound effects is also a really nice detail that I'm glad that they carried over from the first film. It's just, again, fun, just really, really fun. And it does feel like Illumination is building towards something bigger here with this this Nintendo verse. Maybe there is a couple post credit scenes. The second one, the kids were literally screaming behind me. I don't want to spoil it, but they were losing their minds as a character is revealed. That's most likely going to be in a third film. And so it does feel like they're setting the stage for future films, especially how this one ends, just the story in itself, besides the cameos. And I'm crossing my fingers for a Smash Brothers movie. We need it. We absolutely need it. You are laying the groundwork with some of these characters of having something like that. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what Illumination does and continue to build out this world, because I do expect this movie to do well at the box office. Maybe not as well as the first film did, but still it's going to deliver a lot of money. And so I'm curious to see how they continue to build this world out, because I think it's definitely worthy of being built out, because the animation is great, the characters are fun, people love these characters deeply, this world. And so I think there's a lot of potential here to continue building this out and just creating entertaining things for families to see. Overall, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is fast, but it's also packed with heart, charm, and that Nintendo magic. And honestly, that's enough for me. It may not reach the heights of the first film, but this is still a worthy follow up that delivers where it counts. And I had a great time with it. And I would rate this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's what I'm giving it today. Again, just fun. It's a lot of fun. If you enjoy the first film, you're going to enjoy this one. Your kids will love it. And so I do recommend checking it out. I saw it in IMAX, which was fun. Don't know if it needed to be in IMAX, but it was cool seeing on the big screen. I think this movie would be really fun in 3D. I don't know if they're doing 3D showings of it, but I can see it being a really cool thing to see in 3D. So if you're into that, I think it would land very well. If you saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, what did you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you like? What didn't you like? How does it compare to the first movie for you? Also, who is your favorite Nintendo character? Mine is Luigi. That's my man. I'm glad to see him get the love in these two films. Maybe a Luigi Mansion movie. Charlie Day's talked about it. That would be really fun. But let me know what your favorite character is. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to see the future stuff. Thanks for tuning in.